Hey guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to give you a little bit of an update on my natural family planning, what I've been doing, and kind of just giving you the inside scoop. I feel like the lighting looks weird right now. I don't know, like for the past couple videos, the lighting's been kind of like going in and out. So sorry if that bothers you. I don't know what's going on, but anyway, if you have not subscribed yet, make sure to do so. And thank you so much for clicking on this video. Let me know if you are doing natural family planning. Let me know like kind of what you do. And yeah, basically I'm gonna kind of just give you everything. It's probably not gonna be that long of a video because I went through a lot of stuff in my going off of birth control videos. So if you have not watched that video, I will leave it down below and I'll link it right here. So make sure to go watch that because I give you a lot of information as to why I went off birth control, kind of what I'm planning on doing and what I've been doing, and now is kind of just an update. So this video hopefully won't be too long, but let's go ahead and just get started. So I was on birth control for like a year and a half, almost 2 years. I got engaged, and then right after I got engaged, I went on birth control. So I got engaged in June. I went on birth control probably in like July or something like that. And then I was on birth control all the way up until February of this year. So I was on birth control for not even a year of our marriage. But the reason, and then we got married in May of last year. So I wasn't even on birth control for a year being married. But the moral of the story of why I went off of birth control is just because I did not really like the fact that I was putting in hormones into my body that weren't supposed to be there. And I kind of felt a lot more anxiety and not depression, but I just kind of was feeling a little bit more down in the dumps when I was on birth control. And then also at the same time, I was dealing with acne, which I don't know if that really had much to do with it because a lot of people go on birth control because they have acne, and I'm still dealing with acne right now. So I thought that was a big reason, but honestly, I haven't seen that much of a change in my skin. Really, I just didn't want to put a bunch of synthetic hormones into my body, and it also messes up a lot of your body, your normal patterns and cycles and stuff like that. A lot of people go on birth control because they have an imbalance, or they, have periods every couple months, or, that's not regular. And so a lot of the times that's why people go on birth control, but then really there's a underlying problem, and birth control is not going to help the problem. It's literally just going to cover up the problem. So yes, that is why I went off. Not really anything like dramatic happened to me on it. It actually really didn't mess with me that much, but I just didn't feel like I really wanted to be on it, and I wanted to being off of birth control, I have really been able to be in tune with my body and see how cool my body really is. I really think the woman body is so amazing and so awesome. And being able to do natural family planning, I've really been able to listen to my body, see what my body does every month, and see the patterns and the way that it works. And it's just super cool. I'm super interested in it, and it's been pretty fun. I know it kind of sounds weird, but yeah. So originally, a lot of people that do natural family planning don't do everything that I do. I am just really anal about things, and I like to make sure things are correct, and I like to make sure that I have everything under control, even though, sometimes things can happen, and, it's definitely a lot easier to get pregnant doing natural family planning. But me and my husband, before I went off of birth control, we obviously talked about it, and we said that, you know what, if God wants us to have a baby, make a baby, like people have babies using condoms, using birth control, doing natural family planning, all that kind of stuff. So we just decided, you know, if God wants us to have a baby, we'll have a baby, but we don't want to have kids right now. Both of us are on the same page. So this is why I'm kind of going to extremes to make sure that, you know, we're doing everything we can, but of course if something happens, we would be more than happy. So the first thing that I do, and this honestly, I am really not good at doing this. And in the beginning, when I first started in February, I was really good about it because obviously I just started, so I was like super excited about it, and I was doing it every day. I do it most days and not, but some days like I would just forget. But it is taking your BBT. So your BBT is your basal body temperature, which is basically your temperature from the first moment you wake up. It's before you talk, before you drink, before you really do anything. So you're really supposed to take your temperature in the morning, and this kind of predicts your ovulation. So basically when you ovulate, your temperature rises to like a couple degrees. So a regular temperature, a regular thermometer just has like the 0.1 degree, whereas a basal body temperature thermometer has 2 degrees. So this one I got off of Amazon. I actually really wouldn't recommend this one. I kind of wish I would have bought a more expensive one, because this one is already dying. The battery's already dying. I'm sure I can replace the battery, but I literally got it like 3 months ago and it's already dying. The beep doesn't even work. By the way, I just pressed a button and it's supposed to beep, but it didn't. But as you can see, so right here you can see that there's 2 lines after the dot, after the decimal. That's because it goes in 2 degrees. So when you take your BBT, when you ovulate, you rise. So you're supposed to take your BBT every single day on your period, not on your period. Every single day you're supposed to take it. But as I said, I'm kind of a little bit not the best at it. So if you were to just use a regular thermometer, it wouldn't be accurate because it's just going to go by like 97.5 whatever, but this is like 97.54, and then if you are ovulating, it can be like 97.58, and that's like when you know that you're about to ovulate. So BBT is super important. A lot of people, when they first start family planning, this is all they will do. But I don't trust it because in the winter when I was first starting, my temperature waking up in the morning, like some days it was like 98, some days it was like 97. And I don't know if it was the thermometer or literally like if I was just hot in the middle of the night waking up or something. I then will use ovulation tests. So this is really like what I go by. Ovulation tests is something that like I feel like more secure and more like at ease with. It can really predict where your body's at, because it uses an LH surge. So basically, LH is like the hormone in your body, in your woman body, that it rises when you are about to ovulate. So again, with like the same thing as the BBT, if you're about to ovulate, your temperature rises, the LH levels rise in your body. And so this test predicts that. And so these are just a lot more, I feel like easier, and makes me feel like better when I'm doing this. So I've been doing this for about 3 months now, and every single month, like, of course, when I first got off birth control, I was a little bit paranoid because I was like, oh my gosh, what if, you know, we get pregnant or whatever. But this is what I've kind of found, and getting pregnant is really, in the grand scheme of things, hard, you know. Your body, no, some people are more fertile than others, but in reality, when you are ovulating, you really only have a 30% chance of getting pregnant when you're ovulating, which is at the peak of when you can get pregnant. Only a 30% chance. So that is why people say every baby is a miracle, because it seriously is like under 50% chance that you can get pregnant. And so every month, you know, the first month I was a little bit nervous, but now that it's been almost 4 months, and you know, every month has, you know, my cycle has been a little bit off just because I've been, you know, my body's been getting used to being off of birth control, so it has been a little bit off, but nothing too dramatic. But literally, like, if I'm like 1 day late or 2 days late, I'm like freaking out, but really my body's just trying to get used to it. So the ovulation tests are super nice for knowing like what's kind of going on in your body, and everyone is really supposed to ovulate. If you do not ovulate, that is definitely something that you need to see like a gynecologist about, or see a professional about. But most girls ovulate, so these are super helpful. So a lot of the people, like some people will say, well, you know, doing natural family planning is a little bit more expensive because you have to buy ovulation tests, whereas birth control is free for most people. So, and you have to buy a temperature or a thermometer and stuff like that. But honestly, it is really not that expensive. This box is, there's 100 ovulation tests in here. And if you really think about it, I mean, I use about 14 a month, maybe a little bit more depending on what my cycle's at. So this box lasts a pretty long time, and it's about $30. So it's really not that bad. But again, I mean, if you are really that tight on money, then, you know, maybe it wouldn't be the best, but it's really not that bad. So how I do the ovulation test is I get this brand Easy Home, and this is the Pre-Mom brand. So the really nice thing about these, and these ones have like the best reviews, is that it has a app. So the app has been a really big help. It's super easy to use, and I am not sponsored or gifted this at all. This is all my money. This is all me. But basically all you do is once you end your period, so I ovulate a little bit early. So once I end my period, once I like kind of stop spotting, or even like when I'm still spotting, I'll start taking ovulation tests. So it's really nice because the app tells you what to do. So the day that I'm kind of like stopping, or that I'm like spotting a little bit here and there, I will just do one ovulation test. And all you have to do is you just pee in a cup. So I get little cups, and I stick the ovulation test in the cup, and you wait 5 minutes. It kind of looks like a pregnancy test, and you either get a very faint line or a very dark line. If you get a dark line, then that means that you are about to ovulate, and so that's when you either really want to have sex if you want to get pregnant, or don't have sex or use protection if you're not trying to get pregnant. Usually the first time you do it, after your period, it's probably going to be a pretty faint line, and then a couple days later, maybe like the 4th or 5th day, the line will start getting darker, and then you get to like that almost ovulation day, and then the line is darker than the other line that's shown. I'll show you what the ovulation test looks like, because I actually have to go take one after this video. But this is what the packaging looks like. You just open it here. Here's what the test looks like. This line right here, the max line, is just like the max like liquid line. I mean, if it goes a little over, it's fine. There's no line yet, but once you insert it in the pee, 2 lines will pop up. The line that's going to be closest to the LH words, to the blue, that line is going to be always there. That line is always going to be there, no matter if you're ovulating or not. The line underneath it's the line by the max line is going to be the LH line. So that's going to be the line that either says that you're not ovulating or you're ovulating. It's super easy to read. And the easiest thing and the best thing is that when you're on the app, so this is what the app looks like. These are all of my period and women apps this app right here, it's super, super easy. So all you do is, this is what it looks like on the home page. So today is my ovulation day, predicted ovulation day, but I'm a little bit late this month for some reason. When you have your ovulation day, when you take the test, it actually goes down. So the line actually is lighter than the day before. So I thought the ovulation day was like, the line was super dark. Actually, the ovulation day is when you're going down. So the line's gonna be lighter. Yesterday, the line would have been darker. So that's something to note. And if you had sex the day that the line was super dark, then the next day is when the egg releases, and that's when like basically the baby would start being made. But the nice thing is it literally like shows you like, here's the hump. So like this is like my period over here, and then this is like it going up, 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 and then like this would be like the peak day that the line would be darkest, and then down here ovulation is when it starts going down. It's super, super easy to use. And then right here it has, you can add log, add period, and this is, so the ovulation. So this is super, super nice. All you do is you open it, and these are all mine. So these are all mine from like the past couple months that I've been doing it. And all you do is after you take the test, after it's done, 5 minutes is done, you literally all you do is add test, and I always go with take photo automatically. So if you do this, then it will literally tell you like what your LH is at. So take the photo, and you can see me, but you just line it up. It will tell you what to do. And then literally it tells you the LH, what the LH is at. And it's like, so up here, my last month, like it tells you when your peak was, and then you keep testing to make sure that that was it. So I haven't peaked yet this month, but I should be peaking today. But basically the first couple days, and the nice thing is it shows you, so today it says, so when I first got off my period, it said, keep ovulation testing once a day, low chance to get pregnant. So that was right after I got off my period. Then the next day said, you entered your predicted fertile phase, ovulation, start ovulation testing twice a day. So it literally step by step tells you what to do. High fertility, ovulation test twice a day, and same thing. And then basically it just keeps doing this. The first time you do it, obviously it's going to have to start tracking stuff, so it won't know, but then the next month it will kind of start to, you know your cycle, know where it's supposed to be and all that kind of stuff. So it's literally super, super easy, step by step. It looks kind of like a janky app, but it's very nice. Here's the calendar, so it tells you all your predictions from like when your period's supposed to start, ovulation, all that stuff. Your charts, so it goes, this is the LH line, this is the BBT, and that's all I really use. But yeah, super, super easy, so I definitely recommend that. I tested earlier today at like 1 o'clock, and then I need to go test now. So also the app tells you, the box tells you, but ovulation testing, you do not have to do it straight in the morning. Actually, you're supposed to do it in the mid-afternoon. So between 1 and 4 p.m. is really like when your body, I guess, is like, has all those hormones or something. I don't really know, but that's what it suggests. So that's really nice. Well, it's not nice if you're like not at home, if you're at work or something, but I mean, if you work at an office or work somewhere, you could always just bring one of those little cups in this. I mean, it's super portable. It's not huge or anything, and it takes 5 minutes. So you could even, I don't know, do it on your lunch break or something, sit in the bathroom for a second. But I mean, if you're natural family planning and you want to do this, it's really important. Some people have told me, you don't need to do that, Lily. Like, you don't need to do the ovulation test if you don't want to get pregnant. Because a lot of people do this when they're trying to get pregnant. So really, like, that app, like the Pre-Mom app, is for like trying to get pregnant. But I am not wanting to get pregnant, but it's nice because, okay, well, when it tells you to have sex, don't have sex, or have sex but use protection and pull out. So last thing I'll have to say with all of this is I just keep pregnancy test just in case. You can get ovulation tests that come with pregnancy tests as well. It's like 50 ovulation tests, 20 pregnancy tests or something like that. That is really nice for if you are trying to get pregnant, because when you're trying to get pregnant, you take a lot of pregnancy tests. But obviously I'm not trying to get pregnant. I do just keep them just in case. I've not yet had to use these. I just got a pack of 2 and I have not yet had to use them. But if you see these in my house, just know that just in case, but you don't have to keep one. Also, if you are starting to natural family plan, I would suggest not taking a pregnancy test, not being like super paranoid until the time of your period. You are going to get a little bit paranoid. There's always that paranoia kind of in the back of your head, but I would really, really highly recommend not taking any tests. I mean, really, it won't even show up on a pregnancy test a couple weeks before you start your period. And if you're not having symptoms or whatever, but yeah, I would just say like try to wait like 2 days even after your predicted period, unless you're having like symptoms of pregnancy, then go ahead. But that's something that I would recommend, because that's something that I've kind of been like dealing with, and I've had to really like stop myself and not take a test, because like I've really wanted to, just for fun and just to see. But don't do that, because it's just gonna bring up paranoia and you're gonna just keep doing it over and over again. I hope I covered all the bases. If there's anything else that you guys have questions on, or if you do anything and you want to let me know, please let me know, because I would love to hear what you guys do if you do natural family planning as well. It's seriously not as hard as you may think. It's not as scary as you may think, especially if you're not wanting to get pregnant. It's really not that bad. I really like it. I like that I'm feeling myself. I like that it's my natural body now and not any synthetic hormones. But the only thing is that I'm back with my painful periods, and that sucks. So I have really, really, really bad period cramps. It's been that way my whole life. But you know what? Another reason why I wanted to start doing natural family planning is to feel the pain of period cramps, so that I get used to the pain, because a lot of people say that period cramps are somewhat similar to contractions. So that's also why I'm doing that. But anyway, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you have not already. There's going to be a lot more videos coming out soon. And make sure to follow me on my Instagram, where I am constantly posting on there every single day, which is _LilyAllen. And yeah, I'm super, 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 super excited for these next couple of videos. We are going on vacation next week, so I'm going to be doing some vlogs for that. I'm going to be just doing some fun stuff throughout the summer. I'm super excited, so make sure to tag along and subscribe. Thank you so much, and I will see you in my next video. Love you guys. Bye.